Lathan, I wanted to start with this, man. You look statistically on defense, best in the country right now. How'd you guys get to this point?
I think just, we had a lot of great leadership that came back. That obviously helps, our third year coming in with Coach Knowles. So, we know the defense better. We know all the checks better, playing a lot more confident, and the communication on the same level, and constantly pushing each other every day. Cody's holding us accountable, D-line holding each other accountable, and when mistakes get called out. And I think that's something that obviously we've seen before, but it's at a higher level than it's ever been, man.
How are you guys judging your success right now? Like, of course, we look at the stats in our business, but what are your standards for this defense?
So my biggest thing is I keep trying to remind the defense is don't pay attention to what the media is saying about our defense right now, because all it takes is one bad game, a couple bad plays, and they'll switch up on you super quickly. So I think, trying to block out the inside noise, focus on everyone that's in the woody, because like we said before, it's woody against the world. And constantly, every time we step on that field, it's a challenge. It's a chance for us, to prove ourselves. And that's what we're going to do.
How close is this defense specifically compared to years past that you've played on?
Man, this defense these are my brothers. So many dudes, on the defense came back for goals bigger than themselves, and that already speaks of volume. But to come back, man, with my brothers, I added new people like Caleb and some of the other transfers, man. We gelling really well. A lot of them dudes, we hang out with each other away from the woody, and I think that's important in itself. And these are definitely the closest I've been with these teammates this year.
For you personally, I feel like you've been such a steady hand over the last couple seasons for this Ohio State defense. How do you describe your role, not only on the field, but also in the meeting room and in the locker room?
Yeah, this year I've tried to become a bigger leader vocally, and I always feel like I do a pretty good job trying to be a leader that doesn't say too much, but definitely trying to be more of a vocal leader this year. And then I'm a dude that's always joking around, laughing. When a practice might be getting hard, a lift might be getting hard, I'm still trying to crack jokes just to, keep the morale up. And at the end of the day, I try to pride myself on being someone that I enjoy this every day. Like you said, I've had injuries and stuff and been through some stuff to where I appreciate everything about this, whether it's the meetings, whether it's the football, whether it's the, the lifts. I try to install that into them that it can be taken away at any chance. So never take this for granted. So that's what my role is to show them that just not take it for granted.
So in the best eras of Ohio State defense, I think that that side of the ball has been able to change the game defensively. So you are a guy who scored on defense this year. You've got 2 forced fumbles, 5 for your career. I think it's a really crazy skill, but that peanut punch, like being able to knock the ball out, you just kind of have to have a knack for it. Like, how have you developed that skill?
Yeah, so it's something that over this past season and in the off season, it's something I worked at every day. Me and Caleb try to work at it every day, and I do it a lot. I would do it a lot at practice, but I kind of get frustrated with myself with I'm not taking it to the game as much as I would like to. So I try to emphasize on myself every game is, even though what the thing is when you punch at the ball to still make that tackle. That's my biggest thing. But every time I see that ball loose, I'm trying to punch at the ball and get a play on the ball, because those turnovers, it's just as important as picks and stuff like that. So every time I get a chance, I'm trying to get at that ball.
So obviously, big matchup this weekend. Number 2 going on the road to number 3 at Autzen. They're playing the Oregon Ducks. What is the specific challenge when going up against their offense?
Yeah, I think they do such a great job of getting the ball on the perimeter to their playmakers. So, they got a great receiving core, a great veteran quarterback, great O-line, and it's a great challenge for us, and we're excited to embrace that challenge. And our biggest thing is just great communication. It's going to be allowed a different environment to control our emotions. Games like this is going to be high, there's going to be lows. Just stay keen peeled, because we need each other. There's going to be explosive plays at the end of the day, but we need each other, that leadership to step up, and calm everybody down. And I think just, embrace the moment, man. You come to Ohio State for games like this, so go out there, enjoy the moment, and have fun.
Now, I saw you guys out there on the practice field, and you did some one-on-one work today, against some of those great wide receivers here at Ohio State. How much confidence does it give you guys knowing that you get to go up against such great competition on a daily basis?
Yeah, I think that gives us confidence going into games like this. Is even though we're seeing a great receiving core in Oregon, we see great receivers every day at Ohio State. So we're excited for the challenge, man. We have high expectations for our defense and can't wait to go out there and try to prove them.
So going on the road, as I mentioned, a couple time zones. This is a long trip, one of the teams up on the West Coast that joined the Big Ten. What challenge does that present to you guys?
Yeah, so luckily Coach Day does a great job of, keeping our schedule, trying to stay as much on Buckeye time as we can. And basically that means we're going to Oregon. We're still treating it like it's the same time in Ohio. So it don't get that much of a change. It's going to face a little challenge, but it's not something we're too worried about.
All right, this is the last one for you, but you've talked about the reasons why you wanted to come back. Part of it was playing in games like this. You guys have openly talked about your aspirations of winning a championship as a team. It creates pressure for games like this, pressure down the road. How do you guys handle that within this building?
I've heard some great people talk about this before, but pressure is a privilege. You come to Ohio State, you want that pressure, even though you just can't think too much of it because, I mean, every game there's pressure on Ohio State. So, moments like this, man, you just go back to your training. Our training is extremely hard, and when you train as hard as you can have confidence into going to games and situations like this.
All right, that's Lathan Ransom, starting safety here at The Ohio State University, getting ready to go on the road and take on the Oregon Ducks. Really appreciate your time.
Appreciate you.